Housing.bt is a real estate business, and Yarki is a real estate. So uh, virtually, I mean, technically, we have the same supplier, same customer, same way of doing business, same way of bookkeeping practices, same way of management. And they have been in this business for the last 30, 40, 50 years, and we are just starting. So it's very helpful even to, start a business, to make the system in place. Even you have employees getting out of job, going to Australia and all. So at times like this, you can also seek their support and network, and then actually they also help you provide candidates for the I mean human resource support and all the supports. There's so much so support that if it had been only the monetary benefit that they provided, we would not be in the position that we are in. So I would say this very sincerely, that it is because of their monetary support as well as strategic guidance, and all this meaningful support, a monthly meeting. We had their chartered accounting is our finance officer. So I mean, not looking on a day-to-day books, but also helping us on a quarterly basis also. And if we have to get the support commercially in the market, it's very, very expensive lah. So this is what the support they provide today. Housing.bt stand tall. We have like 80 plus employees, and you must have seen vehicle with a long neck that on which people ride on and sit along the bucket and then do exterior cleaning, painting. So that machine was purchased with the investment from made by YGPL, Yaki Group Private Limited, through this Jabchor platform lah. And they also provided us an office space. Punjab Bank in Alu office space to provide B. The office space is 9,000 lah, a big room with a toilet, 9,000 newton, which in other places cost around 25,000. So look for an investor that can help you grow and then have the patience and all the necessary network and support lah. And so do you to align, and all this can be assessed during the pitching, after the pitching when you go in the room. But otherwise, once you are selected from the boot camp, we will also offer you the the time to we will, once the top 10 we are selecting for the top 10 through this boot camp, uh, and those selected will be provided the list of the investors as well. As we speak of, we have list of investors from Australia, US, France, Germany, Switzerland, to name a few. So we have the investors, foreign investors who are really interested to invest in Bhutan. And this would be a right time. And it is not just for the investment, but the product and services we provide, we have the opportunity to export it. And definitely under the FDI policy, 80% of the market should be abroad. So if you have a business idea, which you are working on, if you have a business here in Bhutan that caters to the local market and have no way or no way around to bring on FDI, to export, FDI might not be your case. So same is here for Housing.bt. Actually, I also wanted to apply for this Jabchor 2.0, despite myself being the organizer, because I have two firms, one is Innovest and one is Housing.bt, but still then I'm not able to fulfill the criteria eligibility, which is it should be export market. So if there is export market, then we can go for the FDIs. So otherwise, if the market is not export market, then we may have to go for the local investors only. But again, there is no other alternative, and you have the only foreign investors. You might come up with some through brainstorming some product and service that can be exported. So that is the requirement here lah. And that's how beneficial it is when we bring in investors. They will also provide more than money, the management, the strategic advice, and market support lah, and technical guidance. So Hanichi Jugobe, and there is no much pressure. And every day Chegobe a meal with my investors, though we are in the same building, same office, because I'm in the same building and next room is their office. we meet 2 times in a year lah. That also we have to request them to come with us. I mean, they are busy people, they don't have time, so this is how it goes. And then if we really have a proper books of accounts, we may meet only even once a year. So basically, so this is how we would like to say that the relationship between investor and entrepreneur is all based on mutual benefit and seamless communication. I mean, other than physically meeting each other, we send emails, we copy them to important emails that we send to the clients. We have a WhatsApp group where we send the work order we receive and whatever developments taking place at housing.bt. We regularly update them very informally, actually through WhatsApp. So that's how we maintain the communication, and it's not all together that every time there should be a minutes of the meeting and agenda and very complex. Maybe after incorporation there is such requirement, but as a business so far we have been very informal in our day-to-day communication when it's sent through the WhatsApp, very meaningful and impactful communication. But we are regularly in touch through these small things. But on a physical meet, we were to loginal chinimi, and it's very comfortable actually. La, mom gira daru ani themela, chidi vendi. Jabchor mi loan ina sila be ESP le loan mathop danga na chugo ve na ese mena sila be kansa nani be ome. So we wanted to demystify that this is not a loan, this is equity financing, the partners la business nalo. Ni ba theo dalu the investor heavy gali di na me sami da nam se khaka on da ani zum be dula samchar. So dia men si juni la. So di na dalu nga khase be ju dalu da di da chikha be dalu the boot camp gi theka heb dalu. When it comes to boot camp, we will be explaining more in detail about this. Furthermore, this is another question now. When is the right time to look for investors? Now, this time around, we are actually looking for startup and growth stage businesses that are already in operations for more than 1 year to 5 years and making up to 1 crore or above 1 crore rupees of mila. But when we talk to the startup and growth stage, they say that my business is doing very well. Why do I need an investor? I don't need an investor, Silamila. So then there are those that are startup and at a growth stage, meaning to say they may have made more than 1 crore and maybe more than 5 years old. But they come here because they are sick business or they are declining, their sales is declining, everything is going down. Or they are coming at an idea stage because my idea is very new that I want to it is like saying to the investors, give me money, I will try to see if my idea works or not. I will try to experiment if my idea works or not with your money. So that's what happening. We have more of applicants going for ID stage and seek business, not knowing that this startup and growth stage can also one day become sick. And why we discourage this ID stage and seek business, not discourage, but this time around, first of all, Datu Sensi ki banana Jabchor 1 to 4 na mamranga chi ani ID stage ti sura baba ila. Some few startup and growth, but mostly idea stage businesses were taken. And we had this feedback from the investors that they like to see business that can make more money for them, business that can actually grow. So labbe. So ani teka hebdalu now idea stage the dele ani I mean like idea stage this as less special this time we are looking to looking focusing on more on growth businesses that are already 5 years have export potential. Crores, 4 crores, 10 crores, 20 crores, handsome grouping business this time. So that's the focus. But having said this one, our advisory board said, okay, so this we need to have inclusivity. What if the idea is brilliant? There might be 1 or 2 ideas that are brilliant. Maybe out of 10, go for growth this 6 pe ba startup na ngi ba idea ngi ba slabe advice na namin la. So we are for many businesses. I mean, like there are many skilling programs, TBET programs, that have a lot of skilling done. So partners and then financing. So idea stage, we do not recommend equity financing at idea stage and seek business because you get a low valuation. Uh, Now, this is not something that we have, for a very small amount of money. So, but nevertheless, what we are looking for here is even because we are inviting the ID stage as well, we are looking for outliers. You might be an idea stage, but you might have achieved a very good business, hema business baby modela. You might be, a graduate of a very prestigious college, a very smart guy, highly literate, very educated. You might have a significant, advantage over others in terms of some talents. Stage that there can be someone who is so that's where that's with that caveat, with that mind, aspect in our mind, we are also inviting the idea stage la. So now another thing is an ID stage distributed. We have so many other platforms. We have the DHI BZA, we have the Loden Foundation, we have the ESP, and there is a business idea competition of Bhutan from Ministry of Labor. There is this BECCEC course from the MOIS DOE. So there are many platforms for the idea stage entrepreneurs, but for the growth stage that are 5 years, neither the government recognizes them as the, sees that they may need support, nor they are able to establish themselves so good that they can independently get finance from the banks through the asset. So they are neither in they are nowhere actually. They do not get the government support because they are not so small where government thinks that they need support, and then the government thinks that the banks are there for them, and they are at the growth stage where they do not have the adequate asset for the banks to leverage on this to actually get the financing from the bank. So most of them die. And mostly our friends that has gone outside are from start growth stage where they have gone to Australia, Canada. Most are very potential, about to grow, but required funding. But because of that problem, they have to resort to other alternative sources of income earning. And yeah, so in my own personal experience, I have like 4 or 5 friends. Anyway, so we highly recommend all the growth stage entrepreneurs to please apply for this. But again, we are not discouraging the idea stage. But definitely, if you are a sick or decline stage, then it might be a little difficult, but you may also try. But to the idea stage and the sick businesses, we would say that the best form of investment for now is the bootstrap. So bootstrap would mean that you invest from your own pocket, you get from your friends and families. But we understand again, that's where you are getting stuck, and then you need help. So if that is the case, and if you think your idea is bright and you have a good CV profile, you may still apply, and everyone is invited for the boot camp. So this is the overall 3 concerns. Number one, equity financing is not a loan. Number two, investor entrepreneurship relationship is not that tight and controlling at all. Number three, when it's the right time to look for investors. Anyway, Sumela, the growth stage ki so they are happy with what they are doing and do not